All right, hello. Welcome to One Message in a Bottle Tarot. My name is Juan, and I am your spiritual advisor. Everything you need to know about me is down below in the description box. All right. So if you are new here, definitely make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing when I go live or when I upload. And definitely like the video, show your love and support for my channel and for my work. And best friend, when you're done with that, meet us over in YouTube members or VIP Patreon, whatever is your pleasure. That is where I post my most exclusive psychic readings on breaking news and trending topics that everyone wants the inside tea on. All right. Here, Patreon, there is a menu. YouTube members, you just click and go ahead and binge watch your heart. Okay. Away. I do have that Malcolm Jamal Warner snippet coming up. All right, for those of you who are in YouTube members. Okay. Also, VIP is the only place where you can get access to my psychic prediction receipts. All right. So I am a psychic medium. I do psychic readings and make psychic predictions, and when they come to pass, I post the receipts in VIP Patreon. All right, here. So thank you so much for all of your love, support. The donations very much help. There are links down below where you can give. You can book your private readings through email. If you need monthly counseling services with me, you can book through Patreon for a discounted rate. All right. That being said, let's get to your Thursday wake-up call. All right. All right. Thursday wake-up call from my beautiful... Oh. What is that? Somebody a little excited. Okay. Here. Bless her heart. Okay. Somebody is a little too excited, and bless her heart. But when you say, girl, bless her heart, now sometimes you could be talking about a baby, all right, who's struggling trying to do something, and it's just the cute. They fumbling, but it's cute. Sometimes bless her heart. It could be a disc girl, be like, oh my gosh, bless her heart, child. She tried. And that's really not cute because it's like, what about your friends? It's like you got something going on that's probably isn't really flattering to you. And instead of being your friend or your bestie, you got people talking shit like bless her heart. Now they could be right or they could be jealous. Okay. Here, but let me get a clarifying oracle just in case. I probably won't need it. Okay, here. Some of you could have people, if you are a church member, you could have people in the church, girl, you know they be in the pews just talking. Okay, you walking down to give your donation to the church, to give your offering. They're like, oh girl, bless her heart. No, baby, bless you. Okay, put on some perfume and spray something. Let me stop. Okay, I'm just saying, we're gonna find out. Cause what? Yeah, not my cup of tea, girl. They hating. If somebody is hating on you, sis, divine feminine, that's what it's given. Okay. Or sir, okay. Here it sounds like a lot of gossip, backbiting. Okay. And I feel it, the energy is really giving me, again, not my cup of tea and all. It's cause you can't do it, sis. Okay, so bless your heart. All right. We say blessed all day over here. Bless your heart. All right. Somebody might be dissing you, or somebody might be talking out of the side of their necks because they gave up on themselves. Or, they could be aesthetically challenged. Okay. If you got the right money, you listen, the saying is you ain't ugly, you broke. Okay. Or you're not ugly, you just broke. All right. If you happen to be broke, but still aesthetically, you can still, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know. Somebody mad, girl, bless her heart. And somebody looking at you talking. It's just, again, because they don't either put, so much effort in themselves. Maybe they gave up on their femininity, masculine, whatever it is. This is heavy on divine feminine. Now, this is not my cup of tea. Again, it sounds like a bunch of hags. It's giving hag energy. Let's clarify this, bless her heart. And again, if you have the money, they could correct it. They just choose not to. There's a thing in the church where, I used to go to this one church and it was like, baby, the skirts had to be so long that you was damn near tripping over them. Okay. Tripping over them, trying to get down the aisle just to get to the altar, just to get your prayer. And beware of those churches. I mean, it's one thing if you want to do something for God, but beware of doing something just because you're trying to make a bunch of hag-like energy who, gave up on their life, don't wear no oils, makeup, perfume, not even lip gloss. You ain't got to wear lipstick, lip gloss, brush, comb their hair, put a mint in. You know what I mean? Just something, okay? And you're dimming your light to make them comfortable because they're worried about it's giving what it's giving, girl. Don't do that, okay? Because what I've learned, if you're a beautiful, attractive, charming, woman, period, just the glory of God, that nothing's going to hide that. Nothing's going to, you know what I mean? You could have on a curtain, girl, and they still gonna be mad. Okay, so that's for somebody. All right. You sitting up with people, you got people smiling in your face, and then as soon as you turn around to go grab the announcements, whatever, go up to me, they talking, they whispering. Okay, let's clarify, talk about it, expose it. All right, not my cup of tea. Yeah, 8 of Wands. Okay, somebody making some movements. Again, this is giving slander. All right, somebody might be asking about you, a recommendation or something, and you got a bunch of birds, okay, going out of their way, trying to prove why, you're not there. Okay, but that's you. Okay, what I got to, yeah, the girl they in the church, okay, in the church. Devil energy for some of you is family members, okay, losing their mind because you winning, okay, 6 of Wands, okay. So that's what this is giving. All right. Between the church and your family, girl, you got a lot of people losing their minds because you ain't folded. You still up here winning. You still up here. You taking your L's. All right. You have so many people, hoping, wishing, praying on your downfall. Here you are sitting pretty. All right. This Queen of Pentacles. Some of you got a good husband, got a good marriage. He take real good care of you. He makes sure your weave stay in rotation, girl. He makes sure your eyebrows, okay, you glowing. You coming up in church or you coming up in the job looking like you got your hole and looking like he just put it through the mattress. Okay, I'm talking hallelujah. All right. I'm talking to somebody right now. They're like, girl, you just glowing. You like, yeah, I know, girl. Then as soon as you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna go out to the bathroom, and then here they go, girl, okay. Go trim that bush. Go, okay, because that's what it's given. All right, here you are. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles, glory of God all over you. You just happy. Happy to be here. Happy to spread joy. Happy to love on your kids, your family. Here's the sun, okay? And you have all of these people. Hey, what is there to hate on, girl? What is there to hate on? All right. Some people are mad that, you're doing more with less than they're doing with the more that they have. And they're not, they got it and they ain't even doing, okay. They got it. That's why they mad, girl. That's why they mad, girl, because they got it and they're not even doing anything with it. They could be better. They could be presenting themselves better, looking better, acting better, all of that, And the fact that maybe you don't have it with this 5 of well, you do because it says you're in the Queen of Pentacles. It's just, it's okay. These people stay up day and night trying to figure out how they can convince people that you are not worthy of the blessings that God has bestowed upon you. You're, try to convince you. Some may even be sparking up rumors about your husband. For some people are saying that, or your partner, whether this was past in the present or whatever. Yeah, somebody's like, oh, their husband left them because he's gay. He left her and, the baby because he's gay, or he steps out. Or there's rumors like there are people with this like malicious gossip, okay, about where your man is, about why he works late, and starting all of these rumors about, like just miserable. This is for some of you that maybe you got separated, divorced. Maybe your spouse went off to prison or did a jail stint or something like that. All right. And it didn't work out or something like that. Maybe you were able to bounce back with a better man. Whatever the situation is, it's malicious gossip to try and diminish God's favor on your life because it is all over you. It is all over you, right? And it's like they have to kind of grasp at straws and just like make up stuff, okay? A fine so her hair, well, I wouldn't wear that kind of blonde. It's do you like it? Well, it's just too blonde for me. It ain't my cup of tea, baby. You couldn't do it anyway, okay? You couldn't do it anyway. You barely maintaining the edges that you got. Okay? Already. All right? You barely ain't got that odor out of your clothes from whatever mess you cooking or not. Okay, like ma'am, start there. Okay, what is this? My cup of tea? They're losing their minds because you are winning. Some of them are praying for your marriages to fall apart. They're praying for your partner to abandon you, to leave you. Some are doing like it's giving evil eye energy. If you're single, they're praying that you never get married. If you are married, you have a wonderful husband, spouse, baby father, whatever it is. They are praying that they're just this is just jealous, okay? They're jealous, she ain't gonna be able to keep him. He gonna end up leaving her, girl. I think he's sweet, girl, if you ask me. Okay. Well, aren't they a lovely couple? Well, girl, I don't know. He ain't my cup of tea. Okay, you ain't even getting biscuits dipped in your cup, ma'am. And I feel like that's the problem. All right. I'm not either, but I don't look like it. Okay. You got access and you're like what girl. Okay, let's start there. Okay, let's start there. All right. Sound like a bunch of bitter biddies and hags, okay, that have given up on life and that are mad that the glory of God, jealous of your family, jealous of you, your aesthetic, your job, you all of that. Even if you divorce, you got a lot of money and a divorce settlement or whatever. Well, girl, I heard he over there. Okay, well, what they got to do with the price of tea in China ain't affect me. How you doing today? Okay, that's what it's giving. Okay, bless her heart. Yeah, bless her heart. Okay, ooh, bunch of hag energy. Hag energy. What's going on in their life? Let's look at their life because I feel like you had a lot of people again, family, church members, heavy on the family, heavy on the church members, putting their mouth on you. Okay, why are they so miserable? Okay, why are they so super focused on you? What's going on in these people's life? Let's be nosy since they got their nose up in your crack, girl. Let's be nosy, see what's going on in their life, child. What they really mad about? Why are they really mad? Oracle. Cause they look like okay. Cause they getting dogged out. They mad because they are getting dogged out behind the scenes, and they are pump faking. Okay, they're pump faking for the public. All right, when behind the scenes they're in these loveless, boring marriages. Okay, they got hella blockages all over. They wouldn't have no excitement if they didn't have you or your life to kind of focus on, and they are focused. Damn near to stop. Some of these people want your husband, want your man, okay? Here, Divine Feminine, maybe you know that. Okay, maybe he's a baller. Again, he takes good care of you. He's handsome. You got a real good thing going on, okay? And they just don't want you to have it. Yeah, they don't have Ace of Cups they don't have any love. They're not getting loved on. And so when you step up in the church, when you step up to the family birthday parties, or when you post your pictures on the internet or social media, and they saying like, well, damn, okay. It's like what can I say? You can't say nothing but God bless her, because it looks like the angels and ancestors are protecting her everywhere she go. They hate it. They can't stand it as much as the slander and the gossip. All right, that they went through trying to get people. All right, to move away from you or to not invest in you or to want to be part of your life, be part of your friends. Some of you got up and got out of Dodge, and ever since then you have just been winning. But a lot of them are just having a real bad time because they know that they slandered you in the past. They talk crap about you in the past. They've talked crap about you in the present, and now people are just looking at them like you're a real hater, huh? All right, because when they look at you, messengers, all they see is you just minding your business, loving your children, loving your God, loving your man if you got one. Okay, like there's really nothing to hate on. And so logical people that have discernment, they're like, oh, the well is dry down there. Okay, your pot ain't been stirred in a while. That what it is. Okay. Here. I don't know. That's what it's giving, girl. But yeah, that's what I have for her. Okay. They mad as usual on a Thursday. Okay, they mad you won, and I guess they're just gonna have to stay mad. All right, it's not your problem. But just so you know, and be mindful, okay, divine feminine, that everybody that's in your face is not there because they support you. A lot of them are just trying to get a closer look so they can be, figure out what they can talk about. I don't feel like it's much. Again, all I can say is it ain't my cup of tea. I can't wear that. I wouldn't wear that because you can't. Okay, because you can't. Well, I wouldn't be all up on social because you can't, because you don't have a personality, because you're stiff as hell. Okay, you're afraid to laugh, you're afraid to be happy, you're afraid to experience genuine love, genuine friendship, all that fake. Okay, please. All right. That's why you're mad. They're mad because you have the joy of the Lord all over you. They're mad because you smile from your spirit. You laugh. It's real. It's genuine, and they know that they're pump faking, and that's why they're mad and talking stuff. All right, girl. But you keep on doing what you're doing, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Just mad and bitter. Smell the mothballs from here, child. Okay, dust that pussy.